Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. These words came from Marie Curie, a woman who spent her life trying to understand the world. She did not choose an easy path, and many days were filled with hard work and quiet sacrifice. Yet her story shows how patience and learning can change not only one life, but the lives of many people. Marie Curie was born in Warsaw, a city in Poland. At that time, Poland was not a free country. It was under the control of another empire, and many people hoped for a better future. Life was not easy for families who loved learning and wanted their children to have a good education. Her birth name was Maria Skłodowska. She grew up in a family that respected books, science, and education. Her father was a teacher of math and science. Her mother was the head of a school where she helped many young students learn. As a little girl, Maria was curious about everything around her. She enjoyed reading books and asking questions. She wanted to know how nature worked and why things happened. Learning made her happy, even when life around her was difficult. Her family faced many sad times. Money became very limited, and they had to live carefully. One of her sisters became sick and died at a young age. A few years later, her mother also passed away, leaving a deep sadness in the family. These losses changed young Maria. She became quieter, but she did not stop learning. She found comfort in books and careful study. Education became a peaceful place where she could keep moving forward. At that time, girls in Poland had fewer chances to study than boys. Universities did not easily accept women. Maria knew she would have to work much harder to reach her dream. Even so, she refused to give up. As a young woman, she worked as a governess. A governess was someone who lived with a family and taught their children. The work was honest, but often lonely. During this time, she saved every coin she could for her future education. Maria and her older sister made a special promise. Maria would work to help pay for her sister's studies. Later, her sister would help Maria attend university. This promise showed the love and trust between the two sisters. Several years passed before Maria could finally leave for Paris, the capital city of France. Paris was one of Europe's great centers of learning. Students from many countries came there to study. For Maria, it was the beginning of a new chapter. In Paris, she changed her name from Maria to Marie. She entered the University of Paris, also called the Sorbonne. A university is a place where adults study many subjects at a high level. Marie worked harder than almost anyone around her. Life in Paris was not comfortable. She lived in a very small room with little heat during cold winters. Sometimes she did not have enough money to buy proper meals. Even when she felt hungry or tired, she continued reading and studying. Her days were filled with classes, books, and long hours of learning. She often studied late into the night. Many people would have stopped because the work was so difficult. Marie kept going because she believed knowledge was worth every sacrifice. Soon, her excellent work became clear to her teachers. She earned high marks in physics and mathematics. Physics is the study of matter, energy, and the laws of nature. Mathematics helps people understand numbers, patterns, and many scientific ideas. While working in science, Marie met Marie Curie. Pierre was also a scientist. He was quiet, thoughtful, and deeply interested in learning. The two found that they shared many of the same dreams. Their friendship slowly became love. They married and began building both a family and a scientific partnership. Instead of seeking a rich or famous life, they chose a life of research. Together, they believed that careful study could help humanity. Marie and Pierre began studying strange materials that gave off invisible energy. This energy could not be seen with the eyes. Scientists were only beginning to understand it. The subject was new and full of mystery. One important material they studied was called uranium. Uranium is a natural metal found in rocks deep inside the Earth. Marie noticed that some rocks gave off even more energy than uranium alone. This surprised her and made her ask new questions. She believed there must be unknown elements hidden inside those rocks. An element is a basic kind of material that cannot be broken into simpler substances by ordinary chemical methods. Finding a new element is very rare. Marie decided to search patiently for the answer. The work was slow and exhausting. Marie and Pierre worked in a simple laboratory with old equipment. A laboratory is a place where scientists perform careful experiments. They spent countless hours measuring, testing, and recording every result. They stirred heavy pots filled with crushed rock. They heated, mixed, and separated the materials again and again. The work was physically difficult as well as mentally demanding. Still, they believed that every small step brought them closer to the truth. After much careful work, they discovered a new element. Marie named it polonium after Poland, the country where she was born. She wanted the world to remember her homeland. It was a quiet but meaningful tribute. Later, they discovered another new element called radium. Radium produced a stronger form of invisible energy. Today we call this energy radioactivity. Radioactivity is the natural process in which certain materials release energy from inside their atoms. At that time, scientists knew very little about radioactivity. Marie helped create the word itself. Her careful research opened an entirely new area of science. Many researchers around the world soon began studying these unusual materials. The discoveries attracted attention across Europe. Scientists respected the careful methods used by Marie and Pierre. Their work was based on observation, measurement, and repeated testing. They did not rush to make claims without evidence. In 1903, Marie Curie, Pierre Curie, and Henri Becquerel received the Nobel Prize in Physics. The Nobel Prize is one of the world's highest honors for important achievements. It recognizes work that greatly benefits knowledge or humanity. Marie became the first woman ever to receive a Nobel Prize. Although this award brought great honor, Marie remained humble. She cared more about her research than about fame. She returned to the laboratory as soon as she could. Her greatest joy was discovering new knowledge. Life suddenly changed when tragedy struck. Pierre died in a road accident in Paris. His death left Marie heartbroken. She had lost not only her husband, but also her closest partner in science. Many people wondered whether she would continue her work alone. Grief made every day difficult. Yet, little by little, Marie returned to the laboratory. The pain she carried became part of the quiet strength that guided her future. She accepted Pierre's teaching position at the university. This was an important moment because very few women held such positions at that time. She became the first female professor there. Her success opened doors for other women in the higher education. Marie continued studying radium with great care. She believed science should help everyone, not only a small group of people. She refused to become rich from her discoveries. She did not take a patent that could have earned her a great fortune. Her work later earned another great honor. She received the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for discovering radium and polonium and for studying their properties. Chemistry is the science of substances and how they change. Marie became the first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes in different sciences. During the First World War, many soldiers were badly injured. This war involved many countries and caused great suffering across Europe. Doctors needed better ways to find broken bones and hidden injuries. Marie looked for practical ways to help. She helped develop mobile X-ray units that could travel close to battle areas. An X-ray is a special kind of image that allows doctors to see inside the human body without surgery. These vehicles helped doctors treat wounded soldiers more quickly. Marie and her daughter even learned to operate the equipment. She traveled to hospitals and worked long hours. Her goal was not fame, but service. She believed that science should improve human life whenever possible. Many people were helped because of her efforts. For many years, Marie worked with radioactive materials without knowing how dangerous they could be. At that time, scientists did not fully understand the health risks. She handled these materials with little protection. Today, laboratories use strict safety rules because of lessons learned over time. Years of exposure slowly damaged her health. She became weaker as she grew older. Even then, she remained interested in science and education. She continued encouraging young researchers to ask careful questions and seek truthful answers. Marie Curie died in 1934. Doctors believe that her illness was connected to many years of working with radioactive materials. Her life had been filled with both great success and great sacrifice. The knowledge she helped uncover continued to shape the future long after her passing. Today, Marie Curie is remembered across the world. Schools, research centers, and hospitals carry her name. Scientists continue building on the work she began more than a century ago. Her discoveries helped lead to better medical treatments and a deeper understanding of nature. Her story is also important because she showed that women could achieve great things in science. She worked in a time when many opportunities were closed to women. Instead of accepting those limits, she quietly proved what dedication could accomplish. Her example continues to inspire people from every background. Historians still study her life with great respect. They also remind us that science often grows through patience rather than sudden success. Marie's greatest achievements came after years of careful effort. Every small experiment helped build a much larger understanding. When we think about Marie Curie today, we remember more than awards or discoveries. We remember a curious child who loved learning, a determined student who overcame hardship, and a scientist who searched for truth with honesty and courage. Her life teaches us that real progress often comes one careful step at a time. In that quiet lesson, her light continues to shine for the whole world.